internet, around here I go by Cat of Diamonds, and welcome to FannishReviews. For better or for worse, I use most of my emojis commenting on Instagram and the like. And doesn't that emoji explain all other emojis really well? As you can tell, today I'm doing the Emoji Book Tag! I use these two in the combo all the time when talking about books on Instagram, so it's appropriate for the screen cap, don't you think? This tag is when you take your most used emojis on your phone, explain how you use them, and then take a book or a character to assign that emoji to. That top line is super positive, and really most of the emojis I use are in a positive way. So I'm going to select a few, starting with the growing heart, which right away reminds me of the Grinch, but I use it for all the things that I love, love, love! So for the growing heart, I'm going to assign Well-Read Women by Samantha Hahn. I wish at the least that every woman owned a copy of this book because it's so beautiful and inspiring. Another emoji that I use a ton is the heart-eyed kitty. I use this all the time on Instagram because kitties, but recently I've been using it more for the things that I, cat, heart. So for the kitty fave, for better or for worse, I choose The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Because to date, this is my favorite standalone. Next up is the sparkle emoji. I use this one mostly in a combo of decorations that are like, woo! But when I think sparkles, I can't help but think of The Secret Diamond Sisters by Michelle Maddow. Then we have the musical notes. I use these on related instas, like whether it's musicians or people are talking about what they're listening to, but definitely when I tweet about listening to music. The musical book that I thought of first was Wicked, but screw that! Spring Awakening, adapted by Steven Sater and Duncan Sheik, is my favorite musical, and as often as I can talk about Spring Awakening, I will. I mean, I already have 2, later to be 3, lyrical tattoos from the show. Praise! I also use praise or raise the roof hands in a combo with like the thumbs up and the clapping. So when I think of a book that I want to praise, I can't help but assign this to The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The rainbow emoji is one that I use in a combination of decorations, but it definitely has a positive association. And I definitely love that the rainbow has an association for pride, so for this emoji I choose Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. Oh, Union Jack, this just goes to show how often the UK is on my mind. For this, I'm going to use the books that I immediately associate with London, which of course is the Shades of London series by Maureen Johnson, starting with The Name of the Star. I know, the lightning bolt is so easy to associate with Harry Potter, but I really only used the lightning bolt to talk about Harry Potter, and so therefore, in my recently used emojis, I must talk about Harry Potter a lot, apparently. The overuse of the hair flip emoji comes from my friend Kylie, who loves to put this into a combination. She starts out with 2 emojis that are relevant to what she's talking about, throws in a random one, and then ends with the hair flip. It's basically an art, so when I think of hair flip, I have to go with How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran. So we can agree that the evil monkeys are adorable, right? However, I use this Speak No Evil Monkey more for those oh my god moments, or because I don't want to spoil something, so We Were Liars by E. Lockhart is perfect for this. All the books that I mentioned will be listed and put in the doobly-doo, as well as all of the creators for this tag, because there's like 7 of them. I took the Little Books Owls general tag, and I want to extend that all to you. But I also specifically tag Christina Horner, because I think that she would love the use of technology and books combined in a tag. Ariel Bissett, because I know she's been tagged, and I don't think she's done it yet, but this is also one that she can do easily while abroad. Amanda from Nerd Girls for the win, because I know she loves talking about Harry Potter, books. And then 3 authors that I would love to see how they associate emojis to books, which are Michelle Maddow, Lindsay Cummings, and Robin Schneider. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this first tag on my channel, and until my next video, happy reading. This is the first video of its type on my channel, kind of. I did group reviews in the first few months that I was doing this, but then I just did regular reviews or I didn't review books. However, I felt like maybe